Welcome back, YouTubers. Father and Son's Training Room. We got Cody and Tommy. Today we're going to be working on wiring the inside of the mountain through the tunnels. We're going to have 3 spots. It's going to be wired up on each section of track. So we make sure we got good connection with the bus wires, so we keep a solid run constantly flowing through the system. I went ahead and got me a white and black wires. It's going to be 14 gauge, and I've got my 16-18 gauge runner wires. It's going to feed from the track itself down into the layout, through the layout, underneath the table into the bus wires. So here in a few minutes we're going to bring the camera closer to the layout. We're going to start filming the supplies you're going to need and a little info to help you get along with your layout yourself. Like I said, we're probably going to mess up ourselves. That's part of the fun. Don't be worried if you mess up. You always come back and fix it. So, see you in a minute. Well, okay, here we go, YouTubers. We have, this actually come with the stuff I got from the guy not too long ago. And this 20 gauge, this is actually yellow. This is a blue, and this 20 gauge also. I've done a little reading, and this is good for your feeder wires to your track. It's small, it'll be out of the way, hard to see, and once you lay that ballast in there, it really covers it up real good. Maybe a hobby knife. Definitely gonna need wire strippers, wire cutters, crimpers, crimping tools. I have the Sta-Co kind of type of wire connectors here that one side is 14 gauge and the wire continues to go through. I'll demonstrate that here in a little bit. The other side where your feeder wire runs inside and you squeeze it together, pull the cap over, and you got connectivity without ever having to splice your bus wire. Definitely going to need some soldering done, a drill with a small drill bit. I do have my bus wires already run. They're 14 gauge. Now these are solid copper wires. Gives a good solid current. Now when you're running your feeder wires, you do want twist wire. You want the wire that's several strands inside, because you're actually going to be bending it. Say you solder here and you're going to be bending it down, or bending it right there on the corner right there and running it down behind through there, down in there or something. So if you have a solid copper wire, you have a more chance of breaking that solid copper wire than if it was just regular branded wire. So go ahead and give you an idea of what I've done here. I had some 14 gauge 2 with a ground house wire left over, and I took and just made a small slice on one end of the wrapping and grabbed my copper wire, started pulling the copper wire against the wrapping, and the whole thing come out. I went ahead and cut that at about 20 foot. So I've got, it starts right here under the table, kind of bring you under. I started right here. I'll run it down all the way down there at the end. Down there, brought it back to the other side of that leg, brought it back through, brought it all the way down to past this leg, back to here. Right now I just got it looped back. The great thing about this, if I need to put more in the middle of the table, which I probably will, I just take tie on to that and run it back through these holes. I figure 18 foot was a plenty to try to run at one time, since I'm only doing this side of the layout at this moment. So let's get it up here. Alright, so here's where our tunnel port's going to be. I think I'm going to come in about right here. I'm going to drill a hole right down through the top of this road bed. I'm going to try to line it up with this opening. Now if I was to come straight across and do that on that side, I'm going to be in this styrofoam. So actually I'm going to line it up so where I'm in these gaps. So I can run my drill bit right down in there, inside that line, and I'm able to feed all this down through, and it'll be nice and tied up against the styrofoam, and then it won't be overhanging this way. I've seen people just do it that way, and they just try to cover it up with ballast and stuff. But anyway, we're just going to go straight through just like you normally would. Feed it out at the bottom, run it down through the tabletop, and underneath we'll hook up the wires. So let's get our drill ready. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. See, I'm going ahead and drilled a small hole right here, right up against the rail. I drilled a little bit bigger hole down here to make it easier to get through that styrofoam down through the wood. And I'll run some excess down there at the bottom. We'll hook it up, come back and tie it in. Now what I found, see, it's got a natural curl to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that curl pointed away from the track. As I lined it into the hole, and as I feed it through, it comes out. So then I'll take my slack, excuse my camera twisting and everything, but one-handed job here. That's just feeding right on through the bottom of the table. Now, if you can, it's advisable to have the same color wires as you do as your bus wires, but I don't. This was excess from, like I said, so saving me money. I ain't got to go buy no more wiring. So I got yellow, which is going to go to white. Blue is going to go to black. Okay, so next I'm going to pause the camera for a second and I'll be right back. We're going to show you how to connect these wires up. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to show you what I've got here so far. I got my connectors running on my bus wires and running back up through the table to the track. Like I told you before, the blues going to black and the yellows are going over to the whites. I'll clean back here in just a second. I'll show you how to crimp these wires together. It's real simple, not hard to do whatsoever. I went ahead and connected some more 14 gauge copper wire along through the track. I got it running down the center now. Far as going down right down the middle, I'm not too worried about that. I'll run my connecting wires a little longer if I need to. If there's anything in there I need to do, which I think I will over here. I'm going to put at the industrial section over there, I'm going to have that track separated on a toggle switch, so if I want to run something off of it, I can just turn it on and it'll be powered up. But so far it's looking good under here. Let me pause the video and I'm going to get a couple pieces of scrap wire and show you how these connectors work. Be right back. Okay everybody, we have our white wire here. We have a small piece of yellow wire right here. What we're going to do is if you're looking at this thing right here, you can see, hard to see, but right there on the top where the gap is right here, it opens all the way through. Then at the bottom it only goes into right here. So if we was to run that wire in at the bottom, see, it will not come all the way out, but if we put it in the top, it slides all the way through. So then you have this piece of little metal right here that will crimp down in between the two wires. So if I take the yellow wire and I run it down in the bottom hole, just like so, you don't have to strip the wires, you don't have to do nothing. All you have to do then is take your vice grips, channel locks, pliers. They even make a certain tool for this. Slowly push them together and it's crimped together. Now if I grab the yellow wire, pull, it will not come out. There, connected. Then this little hinge cap comes over, snaps on, so then that metal piece is protected. There's no way it shorts out. And there you have it. Simple as that. Next, we'll be going to do some ballasting on the railroad. And we'll see you then. Till then, bye-bye.